My name is Micah Bleecher, and I love living in Las Vegas. I really do. I have a fiery hot passion for this town. Is Las Vegas perfect? No. Do we have some issues? Yes. Go check out my Dirty Dozen deal breaker video, and you'll see some of the issues that we have. But the fact is, I work with out-of-town buyers that are moving here every day, and when people find out I've been here 22 years, moved here from California 22 years ago, they always ask me, how do you like living here? And I tell them I love living here because I do. And that's why I named my channel, I Love Living in Las Vegas, because that's what I get asked all the time. I'm not a kid. I've moved all over the country before living here. I understand the pain points of cross-country moves. I really do. Now, I've lived in Omaha, Denver, Boulder, all around the Rockies. I've lived in Houston, all around Houston, went to school in Austin, Texas, moved to Richmond, Virginia, did that for a while, did some contract work up in DC, Baltimore area before moving permanently up to Philadelphia, did that for a while, built a house in New Jersey, lived there for a while, finished my East Coast stint in Manhattan doing contract work before moving to San Francisco for the .com craze. I lived in San Francisco, San Bruno, and finished up California in Pacific, California. We had a condo on the beach, and it was beautiful, but very cold and expensive. Now I'm getting ready to tell you why Las Vegas sets up for me, but that's not important. Who cares about one guy? I'm talking about how it sets up well for my clients and for the 750,000 people who moved here since I moved here in 2002. Fact of the matter is, we all living in Las Vegas. Of course, there's a few haters. People change, they move in and out, but this town is amazing. And if you ask a local and people that have been here for a while, they love it. And if you stick with me, I'm going to be sharing some of the secrets of becoming a Las Vegas local throughout this video, and you're not going to want to miss those. We're going all in on the secrets of being a Las Vegas local and the 10 reasons why locals love living here in Las Vegas, and we're going all in on that right now. I've made several cross-country moves before moving here, and I understand the pain points, and we get calls all the time. People reach out to us, and we love it. And if you're thinking about moving here, you should know we put our whole hearts into helping people make that move, because helping people is what we do. So feel free to reach out, send us a text, shoot us an email, call us. We'll schedule a Zoom. I'd love to get to know you. I'd love to see you, hear you, understand your needs. I love connecting with my clients, so please reach out. And if you'd like to know everything there is to know about Las Vegas, the Valley, from tip to tip, and everything in between, then come join me on my neighborhood deep dives. We're having a lot of fun. We're covering ground, and we're learning a lot. That's what YouTube is cool for, learning, right? Anyway, hit subscribe, tap the bell, and never miss a show. We got new shows every week. Just about everybody loves Las Vegas, clearly. I mean, we have 30 to 50 million people that come here and visit every single year. We have an incredible brand that covers the Strip, but what a lot of people don't understand is off the Strip. And what I'm talking about here is people that love living here, not visiting here, and that's an entirely different thing. Now, Las Vegas wasn't on my radar before I moved here. I was selling a business. One of my partners lived here in Las Vegas. And we were thinking about, what do we do? Where do we go? And he invited us, come over here to Las Vegas, check out Las Vegas. And I'm going like, dude, I don't gamble. I'm, not into all of that stuff. And he goes, no, check it out. It's one of the most fantastic places he's ever lived. And I said, okay, well, come visit you, check it out. We did, and we fell completely head over heels in love with this town. We went home, we put our condo on the beach up for sale, sold it, got a good price for it, came here and bought a house. And of course we had to pay for it, but at the time it felt like a free house compared to what we were paying in California. Anyway, that's our story. We love it here. We've been here ever since. I've built and sold multiple businesses since I've got here, had a lifetime of friends and experiences, and I want you to have those same kinds of great experiences in your life as well when you move here. What did we like about Las Vegas? It was easy, simple, easy to get around, very workable. It was kind of a small town feeling, and we loved the weather, no taxes, low cost of living. We got all those things, and I'm going to talk about those and a whole lot more, so stick with me, friends. All right, friends, these are the top 10 reasons why The locals of Las Vegas love living here. Why I love living here, I hear it from everyone. So people love Las Vegas for these reasons, probably some more too, but number one clearly is the weather. That's why we moved here. A lot of people move here because of the weather. Now, I know I busted on it in my Dirty Dozen video. I know, said it's brutally hot and it's got some really cold days in the winter, and that is true. There are some brutally hot few weeks in the summer and some weirdly cold weeks in the winter, but by and large, it is wonderful. You know, we've got summer, we've got seasons that change. You know, we have a very short, mild winter. It even snows sometimes, especially up around the edges. You know, when it does snow around here, the locals love it. It is really something special to see a couple of inches of snow on your palm tree out front. It's a cool look. I love that. Now in the summers, when it's hot, people do their outdoor activities in the mornings. Before it gets crazy hot during the afternoons, golfers play in the morning, walkers walk in the mornings, people exercise in the mornings, you know. If you have a golf cart, you park it, you know, under a tree in the shade. If you're driving a car, you try to park it in the shade somewhere. So, you know, people deal with the heat just fine. We stay very hydrated with water. Everybody usually carries water with them wherever they go. And people acclimate to the heat. After a while, it's not so bad. We get used to it. Like I say, it's the cold I have a harder time than dealing with every year than the heat. Now, spring and fall are fantastic. The weather is crazy good. Right now, I even have my doors open front and back. I like getting the house aired out. It's about the same temperature outside as it is inside. It's absolutely perfect. I live every year for the weather in the spring and the fall in Las Vegas. It's incredible. Now, according to moving.com, we get about 292 days a year of sun, and we're not as hot as Phoenix or Tucson. Is there better weather than in Las Vegas? Of course there is. Hawaii, San Diego, those are great weather places. I can afford to live there. I don't want to afford to live there. I don't want to pay the high taxes. They don't have all the amazing things that we have that the people that live here love so much. Now, to go along with the weather, a lot of people don't realize that Las Vegas is a great place to garden. Now, I'm not a good gardener. I get a lot of plants, but we have a big garden. We like to work in it. We have fruit trees like peaches and plums and nectarines and figs and pomegranates and citrus fruits, and a lot of things like that grow great. Other things grow well. We had a gardening expert named Troy Silva help us set things up. And then I've learned some great tips from a local lady named the Tomato Lady, and she gives occasional gardening lessons, and I've learned some really great tips regarding vegetables from her. So yeah, things grow great here in Las Vegas. Sometimes we have 2 gardening seasons, and I think that's something that if you like growing things, you're gonna love that part of Las Vegas. We have great weather. Okay, friends, the number 2 reason that Las Vegas locals love living here is the low cost of living. Now, I know it's not the lowest cost in the country. We're above average. We absolutely are above average in our cost of living. But compared to the big cities, where you compare the kind of services and amenities that we have here in Las Vegas, it's much lower than most places I've ever lived. I've lived, you know, in the big cities in California, the big cities in the South Coast, big cities on the East Coast, and it's much lower than that. My wife lived in Chicago, much lower cost of living than there. So we're really just slightly above average overall. People really like that about Las Vegas, and that's according to payscale.com. Now, our housing is about 10% above average because, well, you know, we do have kind of a housing and a land shortage. You know, we're kind of squeezed in the Las Vegas Valley here, and we don't have a lot of room to expand out like many of these other large metropolitan areas. So it does squeeze up our housing prices a little bit. So it's important to realize that if demand keeps going up for our homes here, so will the price. So who knows when that's going to change or stop. Anyway, that's what keeps the housing prices up, is the demand. Now, our utilities are about 2% higher than average. Our groceries are about 3% higher than average, according to payscale.com. Really, our demographics are completely changing in the Las Vegas Valley since I've moved here. Now, I've been reading articles in the Las Vegas Review-Journal. Now, according to the articles that I've been reading, the 65 and older demographic has been growing 3.5 times faster than other demographics. I find that very interesting. Now, what we're getting is more educated workers, more tech workers, more remote office workers, and all of that's bringing with it higher salaries. In fact, The people moving in have a 50% higher income than those moving out. So we're seeing a lot of demographic changes. We're seeing the whole valley come up, and I'm excited to see where we're going in the future. But cost of living is a big reason why the locals love it here, and that's number 2, the cost of living. Let me know what you think about that. You think the prices here have gone up too much? It's kind of a reality everywhere around the country, according to the people I talk to. I'd love to hear your opinion. Let me know what you think down below. Okay, now, friends, the number 3 reason that the Las Vegas locals love living here is no state taxes. And so, yeah, people just love that. People that come from states with very high tax burden, like California especially, like certain states on the West Coast where it's very difficult if you're a high income earner, they come here and they feel freedom from that situation. And we have a lot of people that come here escaping the tax burdens from these other states. Now, in addition to no state tax, we have no estate taxes, and our property taxes are very low, among the lowest in the country. Not the lowest, but among the lowest. Now, our sales tax is not particularly low. That brings our tax situation up a little bit. It's around 8.2% total, but you can at least control your consumption a little bit and not pay as much in taxes when it comes to sales tax. Now, people think that gaming, the gaming industry, the gambling, entertainment, that people think that pays the most taxes to the state, and that's why we don't have to pay state taxes, and that's not true. The biggest tax contributor in Nevada is the mining industry. We have mining going on all over the state, and mining pays the most in taxes. In fact, when I donate to the food bank, it's most often a mining company that matches my contributions and helps more people eat. So thank you, mining industry. Thank you, especially Barrick Mines. You've matched me a couple of times at the food bank, and I appreciate that. So that's who really pays the most in taxes. In fact, I just read they're getting ready to start in the middle of the state somewhere, a brand new lithium mine. You know, these rare earth minerals, and again, that's going to bring in more tax revenue to the state. Guess who's number 2? Not gaming. Manufacturing is number 2 in the state for tax revenue, and then number 3 is now gaming and the entertainment industry. So I found that very interesting. I always thought that gambling paid the most in taxes in this state, and that's just not true. Are we the most tax-friendly state in the country? No, there's other states that are more tax-friendly than we are. I don't want to live there. It's too cold, too remote, too humid, too crowded, whatever. I love living in Las Vegas. We ask ourselves, is there another place we'd like to live if we downsize? And we can't think of a place that we would like to live that's better than Las Vegas. We love it here. Okay, friends, we're on number 4, the 4th reason why the locals here in Las Vegas love it so much, and that is the fact that we are a small town. I know it seems a little counterintuitive if you are used to the big Las Vegas Strip brand that you see around the world, on TV, everywhere. You know, that's an amazing entertainment corridor, we call it, the resort corridor, and it's so amazing you can see it from space. But you have to remember that Nevada is a small state. There's only 3.1 million people in the entire state, right? And we're 42nd on the number of people per square mile. You know, we're very low density of population, and 2.3 million are here in Las Vegas. Okay, we're only in 26 by a 28 mile square, surrounded by mountains, so it's never really going to grow out very big from Las Vegas, so we're always going to be kind of small like that. Now, Las Vegas, for sure, is a who-you-know kind of town. Now, it's anecdotal. I hear that all the time. Las Vegas is a who-you-know kind of town, but it really is. It really helps to know people if you need to get things done in this town. And the beauty of Las Vegas is that it's really not difficult to get to know people. You just have to get involved. Now, you know, there's a few simple ways I can suggest. These are not the only ways. I have a client just moved here. First thing she did, gets on Meetup. She wants to get into a hiking group, right? She doesn't want to be a radical hiker. She wants to hike a little bit. So she found this group that's about 85% social and about 15% hike, and that's just perfect for her, she said. And she loves it. I love checking up on clients to see if they're, you know, just getting settled in well and that kind of thing. But she loves being able to get involved that way. And we didn't have Meetup when we first got here, but that's a great way to do it. Now, one of the best ways that I like is getting involved in charities. And I can tell you that the movers and shakers in this town a lot of them do a lot of charitable work. They get involved, they volunteer, and that is really a great way. I can tell you that I don't care who you are, there are charities in this town that need your heart, need your effort. You go volunteer. It's a way to put into this town and get to know people. It's a great way to get to know people in a small town and get involved. Here's some things to think about. You know, Las Vegas locals learn to appreciate the beauty of this Mojave Desert that we're in, the setting that we're in. And I know it seems a little arid and dry at first. There are lots of green things about the desert. There's a lot of green neighborhoods in town, but in general, the desert beauty eventually starts to reveal itself to you once you've lived here for a while. And the Las Vegas locals here learn to appreciate that. We get to see the value of this life surviving under these incredibly harsh conditions that we have out in the desert, and it is awe-inspiring. Las Vegas locals learn how to appreciate this incredibly diverse tapestry that we have here, this incredible suburbia plus, where the ordinary lives right next to the extraordinary. That's how it is here in Las Vegas. We love it that way. It's ordinary, it's suburban, yet there's extraordinary all around us all the time. And, you know, it's just very exciting all the time being a local here in Las Vegas. And I would say that locals learn to appreciate, in general, the open space of the desert Southwest that we have here. I hear comments all the time from people back east where everything is very dense, and people from Europe where everything is very dense. The open space in the desert Southwest is awe-inspiring, and the open space is something that locals learn to appreciate here, and it is incredibly awe-inspiring. But mostly my advice, if you want to be a local, get involved, invest your heart and effort into this town one way or another, socially, through charities, through business, just whatever fits you, but get involved in this town. My advice, if you want to be a local, put your heart into it and you'll get back more than you put in. Personally, I think it's one of the best bets in town. Put your heart into Las Vegas, and Las Vegas will always give back to you. Okay, now this is the fifth reason why the locals here love living in Las Vegas, and that is the restaurants. They are off the charts. OMG, whatever you want to say, the restaurants here are ridiculous. People say that it's dangerous, that Las Vegas is dangerous because you might have a gambling addiction. Oh, that might be true, but it's even more dangerous if you're a foodie. There are so many great restaurants, you can just clog your arteries right up if you're not careful. Anyway, that's one of the things that people love about Las Vegas. And when I'm talking restaurants, I'm talking about incredible experiences. We have Michelin-starred restaurants. We've got 5-star restaurants. We have concept restaurants, mom and pop restaurants, pop-up restaurants, mobile food trucks galore, and all imaginable ethnic restaurants from all around the world. You can't even believe the kind of restaurants that we have here in Las Vegas. There is something for everyone from everywhere. Plus, all the regular chains and fast food restaurants, just a lot more of those if that's what you like. And what we often see is either chefs that get tired of working in the corporate jobs, they come off the strip and make a great, place in a little nondescript strip center around town. Or some chefs from other areas just target Las Vegas suburbs and open up a little place in a strip center, and you drive by it and you wouldn't know it was there, and you walk in and it's incredible. I've got a couple of favorites. In fact, every one of my videos, I pretty much share one of my favorite little restaurant spots. So you should probably subscribe. If you like good restaurants, subscribe, tap the bell, and stick with me because I share some of my favorite restaurant places every video. Anyway, in this video, I'm talking about, this is probably one of my favorite in town, and that is a restaurant called Partage. At Partage, they only have a couple of choices, the Chef Tasting Menu 1 and Chef Tasting Menu 2, and it's like an immersive journey through French culinary delight. It's in Chinatown, just off of Valley View and Spring Mountain, but it's a French restaurant. They're just incredible people there, incredible artists. On my last birthday, I went there, and it was probably a slow night. Anyway, they just sat me at the chef's table, and I didn't even have to pay anything extra. They just sat us there, and we had the best time of our lives. Probably not expecting that kind of treatment in the future, but it was fantastic. And I love Partage. I love the staff. I love the owners. They are great. When you come to Las Vegas, you gotta check out Partage. Now, the other restaurant I'm gonna include in this video is Anima by Ito. I've been there a few times, and it's a Spanish tapas restaurant. It's out on the west side in Gramercy Park. It is incredible. In fact, I was just there a couple of weeks ago with friends, and everyone really enjoyed it. They're very creative with how they do the Spanish tapas, and it's very artistic, and the service was fantastic. So that's the two restaurant recommendations in this video, Partage and Anima by Ito. Anyway, the restaurants in Las Vegas are off the hook, and I know you're gonna enjoy that about living here or even visiting here. In fact, if you want, let me know one of your favorite restaurants below. If I haven't tried it, I'd like to go check it out. Okay, friends, we're on number 6, and that is the shopping. Now, I'm not a big shopping guy, but people do love the shopping here in Las Vegas. Well, right off the top of my head, you've got downtown Summerlin, Boca Park, Tivoli, Fashion Show Mall, Design Center and the Premium Outlets, the Miracle Mile Shops, Town Square, the Bend, the Curve, Green Valley Ranch, the Galleria at the Aria, Downtown Container Park, complete with a giant fire-breathing praying mantis. You gotta check out Container Park. Meow Wolf's Omega Mart. That's crazy. I actually haven't seen that one yet. I gotta go. I'm told that little shopping experience is amazing. Chinatown Plaza, and honestly, there's so many more small shopping centers and areas around town. You're not gonna believe it. Anyway, there is no shortage of like high-end department stores and shopping. You're gonna have more than you can spend, in my opinion. Shopping is great in Las Vegas, and people love Las Vegas for that. Okay, we're up to number 7, friends, and that is entertainment. The number 7 reason why the locals love living here, and that's the entertainment. We are the entertainment capital of the world. We were when I got here more than 20 years ago, and that has we've only fortified that position. Every single year we come up with something new, something more interesting, and it's just, we are off the charts for entertainment now. Literally everyone comes here to do a show. Everyone wants to perform on the Las Vegas Strip. Aging entertainment, they want to take a break from the road and have a residency. I can tell you that most entertainers want to have a residency here in Las Vegas. All the classic rockers end up coming here. So if you're like me and like to see people like the Moody Blues or Robin Trower or Little River Band, or just, I mean, the list can go on of all these classic rockers. U2 was just here performing at the Sphere. Not the hugest fan of U2, but I do have some friends that are U2 fanatics, and I think they went 10 or 15 times to the Sphere to see him play. There's just something going on always. In fact, I had a buyer that wanted to be close to downtown because the main reason he chose to retire here in Las Vegas, he didn't want an over 55 community. He wanted to be close to the entertainment, and he goes to shows all the time. I love this guy. Anyway, that's why he moved here, is because we are the entertainment capital of the world. Not only that, but you have all of the independent shows and the small shows and the small entertainers, the guys that four-wall rooms, and meaning that they come in and pay for them themselves and try to make money that way. Got to respect those guys at four-wall rooms here in Las Vegas. Anyway, entertainment is off the chart. Everyone is coming here. Big names, small names, new bands. Everybody is going to end up in Las Vegas, and the locals here get a chance to see all of it. Of course, you know, the price of tickets is not cheap, but I read they are not cheap anywhere. So come to Las Vegas, at least you get to see them, and you don't have to travel expense. Just come move here, and you can see all these incredible entertainers anytime you want. Every part of the valley has a neighborhood casino, and in every one of those, they've got all kinds of entertainment. They bring in entertainers to attract people into the casinos. So there is just something going on everywhere. In addition, we have that Spring Mountain Ranch. It's a community theater up in the hills of the Spring Mountains, and many other types of little community events like farmers markets and parades and festivals and fairs and all kinds of things. There is just something going on all the time here in Las Vegas, and us locals have our hands full with all of them. What do you think so far? Give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I would love to hear from you. If you need some help moving here, reach out to us. We would love to get to know you, maybe jump on a Zoom with me. I'd love to get to know you and find out what your needs are. All right, friends, we're up to number 8. The number 8 reason why the locals here in Las Vegas love it so much is we are now a sports mecca. I know it sounds funny. Even to us locals, we're like, wow, we're a sports mecca now. That wasn't the way things were when I first got here. Yes, we had boxing matches, we had UNLV, we had a lot of little sports things going on. Evel Knievel at one point jumped over cars in this town. I mean, that's the kind of crazy sports we had. But now we are a sports mecca that is getting ready to rival any other city on the planet. Are you kidding? We've got the VGK, our Vegas Golden Knights, world champions, Stanley Cup champion, hockey team. We love our Vegas Golden Knights. In fact, the people in this town are crazy. Plus, we've got the ladies NBA, the WNBA Aces. They're champions. So we've got 2 championship teams here. We're waiting on the Raiders. Now, come on, Raiders. We want you to be a champion too. I know you've got some growing pains. You're getting started here, but we love you guys and we want you to win, baby. The Super Bowl was just played here. Now, I read that was the smoothest Super Bowl they have ever had. People thought there were going to be all kinds of problems. It's in Las Vegas. No, we know how to do large events here. It was the best Super Bowl, the most watched Super Bowl they've ever had. They're talking about wanting to come back here and play another one is what I'm hearing. Plus, we have rodeo championships. The National Rodeo Finals have been going on here for a long time. They left for a time for Dallas, but you know, I love Dallas. It's not as fun as Las Vegas. They came back. NASCAR, we've got auto racing. The F1 was here. Don't get me started on the F1 construction, but we had it here and it really put, a spotlight on Las Vegas around the world. It was amazing. And we have the HyperX gaming arena at the Luxor. Now, I'm not into the whole gaming thing, the computer game, but I know there are a lot of young people that are, and they compete there at the Luxor all the time. Major League Baseball is getting ready to hit Las Vegas in a big way. I've got friends already working on tearing down the Tropicana. That's getting ready to be imploded, blown up. People have mixed feelings about it, but that's just how things go in Las Vegas. We like to build buildings and then we blow them up and build another one. That's how things go. And in this case, we're building a stadium. I've seen artist renderings of this stadium. To me, it reminds me of the Sydney Opera House. So that's what's going on in the world of sports here in Las Vegas. I bet we get an NBA team here very soon as well. That's my personal prediction. Friends, we are at number 9. The 9th reason why locals love living in Las Vegas so much, and that is our world-class outdoor recreation. I hear this so much. I have people that come in from out of town, they're staying on the Strip. There's no one that doesn't know about the Strip, but then they go out and maybe check out Red Rocks or Sloan Canyon. They can't believe the world-class hiking and outdoor recreation that we have here in Las Vegas, and that it is so close. There are places elsewhere that have nice outdoor recreation, but you have to drive a long way. And when I'm talking about outdoor recreation, of course, the first one that comes to my mind, because it's in my backyard, is Red Rock National Conservation Area. I love this place, 27 different hiking areas up against the Spring Mountains. It's just so beautiful there. We love it here in Las Vegas. We love that Red Rock Conservation Area. Mount Charleston, you can ski in the winter, cool off in the summer by going up and hiking at 8,000 or 10,000 feet. Lake Mead, you can boat, jump off of cliffs. I've climbed up on rock formations and jumped off 50 feet into the water. Lake Mead is an amazing place to go hang out. Valley of Fire, Bryce Canyon, Zion, all these places are just incredible places to hike with unbelievable, Kodak moments. It's amazing all around Las Vegas. Outdoor recreation is just such a part of the locals' life here in Las Vegas. over 1,000 miles of trails here in Clark County. Clark County even has a little Nature to Neon program that's an app for your phone that shows you where all those great little hiking trails are. You can also use All Trails. There are also other apps that you can get that show you where the trails are. Anyway, if you're into hiking and outdoor recreation, you are going to be amazed at what's available here in Las Vegas. And the locals here take advantage of that outdoor recreation all the time. Okay, friends, we're on our 10th reason why the locals love living here so much, and that is it's easy in and out, easy to get around. I know I said that traffic and construction can be a problem, and it is a little bit annoying sometimes. You know, we have a lot of infrastructure going in, and people do complain about the traffic sometimes, but generally speaking, it is easy to get around Las Vegas. The streets are wide. We're a new town. It's not like an old city where the streets are narrow. The streets are wide, and they move along quickly. Some say too quickly, but you know, when there's not construction, you know, people get around this town really quickly. Now, transportation is pretty easy in Las Vegas. Ubers work great, the cab systems work great. Our bus system works fairly well. I know people that have gotten back and forth to work, you know, on an ongoing basis on the bus systems. Do we have the best public transportation in town? No. I do envision a time where we do have trains and other public transportation systems going back and forth in Las Vegas, but currently we don't have those. We do have the monorail that works on the Strip, but the locals really don't count that as viable transportation. Now, our airport is amazing. You know, we move 30 to 50 million people in and out of that place every year. Anyway, even with all the traffic, the F1 troubles and all of that stuff, Las Vegas is still an easy place to get around, get in and out via the airport and get in and out via the highways as long as you know the days to go on. And if you stick with me, I'll share some good travel tips for you as I get in and out of town. Well, friends, I sure had fun today. I appreciate you being with me on the 10 reasons why the Las Vegas locals love living here so much. I love living in Las Vegas. My clients love it here. The 750,000 people that followed me here 22 years ago, they all sure seem to love living here. I think you're going to love living here too. So stay tuned for more video deep dives into the cool neighborhoods of Las Vegas, Nevada. We're covering a lot of ground, we're learning a lot, and we're having fun. And when you're ready, reach out, send us a text, shoot us an email. I'd love to hear from you. I want to hear about your needs, and I want to learn about you, and I want to get to know you. So reach out, please. Until next time, hasta la vista, baby.